Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to what will probably be the final, the ultimate episode of Prison Architect. This will be part 29 of our Let's Play. Oh, there is a fight brewing already. And in the last episode, we more or less kind of kitted ourselves out to have the full 200 inmates. Not that that's like as far as it goes. I can keep going as long as you want. But 200, I believe, is like the final goal, per se. There are two more hidden, though. I know one of those hidden ones is the bailout. Ah, shit. Is there another one? Is there like a 500 inmates, like cell block E? Doesn't matter. If there is, like, I'm not going up to 500 inmates. That's insane. Like, it's taken us this long to get to 200, so it'll take us, like, that long again, plus more. That's way more than I'm willing to put into this. So, we have our new cell block here, which should push us over the 200 by quite a bit, I would presume. And we are also, to signify our sort of victory in this game, what you can kind of call a victory, we are going to complete an execution of one of our death row inmates. Now, we can't do that one. I guess we can, sorry, the 7% is the correct amount, because we can get away with 10%. So, what that basically is like, if they get exonerated after their death, we're not liable if there was, like, only a 10% chance that they would actually get exonerated, right? Because obviously, like, at that point, you've executed an innocent person. So that's what that is signifying. So, wow, we're going to have to wait a little bit, because we're kind of... I'm not going to say we're running short on money, per se, but... we're, not going to have enough to set up this entire cell block. As you can see right there. Oh, we have another death row inmate arriving. Nice. Okay, so here's our visitors. It's interesting that the boyfriends and stuff... Is there someone that just left? This is set up right, yeah? Yeah, that's all set up good. Must have just been seeing things. But anyway. So, I was going to say, it's interesting that the, like, male visitors wear protective custody outfit. Oh, okay, they don't always. Okay, never mind. Forget what I was saying. What's going on over here? Some sort of big riot type thing. Wow. Look at the guards just pour in. Holy shit. How many gang members we got there? Okay, so it's probably like a gang fight, I would assume. Which is pretty standard. We might need to get more, or another infirmary. Obviously, we don't want to do that. But we might not really have much of a choice. I do wish the doctors wouldn't leave their posts. Because there's this weird disconnect between... like, if the prisoners have something wrong with them, the guards will go out of their way to take them to the infirmary. But the doctors will also leave the infirmary to go treat people that aren't in the infirmary. So you can have these situations, like we've had before, where all the guards are, like, moving all these prisoners into the infirmary, but all the doctors are pissed off because they've gone to heal, like, do house visits, basically. Which is really, really silly, I think. Like, it should be one or the other. Either the like, guards take them to punishment or their cells or whatever, and the doctors come and visit them there, or the doctors have to do it in the infirmary. Like, they have to be in a bed before they can recover. Because that way you stop all these weird sort of moments where you have neither. If you catch my drift. How's our visitation going? Not too bad. Nice, Donnie's lawyer. Wow, do we really not have power to there? You're right. we don't. Alright, so we got 4 grand again, so I'll keep sort of just steadily increasing these. And I am going to put... Well, I am going to designate these as cells very shortly, so that the workmen can stop getting stuck trying to get through the door. Because it's just going to cause trouble in our prison. So, we'll go cells, brrrp, those are cells, these are cells, so are these, and these. There, see, now they all open up as they should. We do still need... Maybe we put just like a guard... Maybe we'll just assign 1 guard in each of these sections. That way they can just open this door. Like, they shouldn't need it yet. Actually, what am I doing? Hang on. Funny lock open. No, I don't need that. Just lock the main doors open. They don't need to be shut right now. There is no reason that those doors should be shut. There's nothing in there to interest a prisoner, and we're going to have lots and lots of staff going past. So, now, this prison has problems. We know that. There's fights all the time, which I probably attribute to gangs too much. Like, it's probably not all gangs. There's probably a fairly significant portion of it that's just the shitty prison. But, okay. Let's do that. Yeah, there's definitely some of it that's just the shitty prison. Probably way more than I give it credit for. Wow, we've nearly taxed that generator to explosion. But, yeah, as a general rule, I'm pretty happy with this prison. I'm pretty happy that we've managed to make it entirely inside, which is something I don't normally do. I've always wanted to do, but it's, like, way more work than having an outbuilding style prison. It's a lot more expensive. It takes a lot more sort of pre-planning, and you just have to be prepared to have an ugly prison in some parts. Like, for example, it bothers me that this is like a 2 wide, that's a 2 wide, but this is a 4 wide. Now, I could fix that, like I could expand the size of the yard, but in a way, in fact, that's a 5 wide, holy shit, so that's a 5 wide, that's a 4 wide, and that's a 2 wide. Ugh, okay, it's getting worse and worse by the second. But, I don't know, I'm sort of dealing with it because I'm like, oh, that's part of the character. That's part of the character of the prison. You know? Like, it tells a story. Tells a really dumb story in this case, but it still tells a story. We are in debt a little bit, which is okay. We don't have 200 inmates just yet, which definitely sucks because I want... We were in positives for like a second there before we had to buy all that sheet metal. But we should have plenty of stuff going out for exports, right? Yeah, some altered accounts there. We got like so many painted models, holy shit. I'm guessing it's just taking a while because all the workmen are probably like carting beds. At least that's what I'm running on. What's a consulting fee? Do I know what that is? I feel like I should, but I don't think I do. More workmen's probably not a terrible idea. Like, we do... How many do we have? 12? Probably need more. Like, there's just way too many jobs. In fact, I can check that, but it's not a very illuminating screen. I wish you could filter this screen. It's like, show me only workman jobs. But, I mean, you don't really have to. Like, you can see just how many jobs here aren't getting done just by scrolling down. Mental. Cool, so we're in sleep time. You know what? Let's do a shakedown. I haven't done one of them for a while. We now have nearly 1,000 places to search for stuff. That's kind of scary. Finding a lot of stuff. Is this all... Oh, it'll all be like imports or whatever. Yeah. It's all in the food bins. Oh, we got some mobile phones and whatnot. Oh, hello. Nice try. Ah, oops. I want to remove Thomas. Weird. Why would you try and get out? Are you not happy here? I suppose it's not going to say because you're like tased and suppressed or whatever. You do have some people with some problems. Food is definitely a problem. Which is kind of annoying because I figured that I would have definitely had enough food. Definitely have enough cooks. I mean, that canteen's pretty massive and it gets service. There's stuff left over. Although maybe that just says that not enough people are getting seats. Which is very possible. Because we just have the 2 canteens, or do we have 3? Oh, we only have 2 canteens. Probably want 3. In fact, really, 3 or 4. Jesus. Oh, well, I suppose we have this canteen, but that doesn't really count. Yeah, because if we have 200 inmates, like, are we really going to cram more than 40 in a room? Because what does that mean at the moment? So, like, we have nearly 200 inmates. Well, we have nearly 200 capacity. We have 167 prisoners. So call it 163. Actually, sorry, call it 159. So it's like minus protective custody and death row. So you have 159 prisoners going to 2 canteens. Which means each canteen is going to have a capacity of like 75. Now this one probably has that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 by 4 is like 80. It's like 84. So that's got a capacity of 70. Well, 84, but 70. We'll just call it 70. And this one, 2, 4... Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Actually, what am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By 2 is 14. By 4 is... I know this. 56? So it's only got 56. So there is actually not capacity for 159 prisoners. There's like capacity for 130. Hello? Ooh, we're getting a lot of deaths here. Seems like they're all guards. I'm just going to hire 3 more guards. Yep, definitely seems like it was 3 guards. Yeah, murder by prisoner with a baton. Prisoner with a baton, yeah, so one of them was like a skilled fighter. Get in there, boys. Put it down. Put down the riot. Nice. I think everyone's just grumpy because they were searched recently. Yeah. Some of them have serious complaints because they haven't eaten, I guess. Yeah, look at... There's like a sizable chunk that have not eaten. And at this stage, that is because they're either in solitary, because they haven't eaten, or they are... So either in solitary or they're probably injured. Yeah. Yep. So they're seriously injured, so they can't get to thing. See, like, look, there's no doctors in there. No doctors in the infirmary, where the bodies are. What's with that? Like, just saying, that's not good enough. That's a weird quirk in the AI that doesn't really account for what amounts to a really common edge case. It really should be one or the other. They've tried to put on too many hats here and have them do both, and it ends up being that they do both of them shit. Wow, so you're starving pretty bad. Why have you not eaten? Like, you were injured just then, but why? Why? Hang on. Yeah, there's 53 prisoners that haven't eaten, which is probably about right. I'm willing to bet a lot of them are in solitary. Where are you going? Okay, so it's food time, right. There's no food in here. Have you all... Okay, you're not all starving, but there's a pretty significant number of you that are. Like, why is there no food going across there? I think we need more cooks. We do only have 6. Yeah, no, that is not enough. 10. 10 cooks, please. Because that is mental. There's no food up there. Okay, it just arrived then. But mealtime's over. I don't know what happened there. Not enough cooks. We kind of solved it. Okay. Wow, see this is... Don't get put in one of the Aussie Nerd's prisons, please. For the sake of you, please don't. You know what? Just don't go to prison in general. Probably good rule of thumb. So, these are nearly ready to go. We're just adding in toilets, which I should have enough money to add in all of them. I hope. Damn it. Okay, that didn't cost money. If you do it too quick, it's going to charge you for 2 toilets and you end up 1 up. That's for, like, most items in the game. Okay, so, utilities. We're going to run the utility line up like this. Just like that. And same thing for down here. Because that lets us do the utilities in my favorite formation. And hopefully I have enough money to do all these. I should do. These are only $2 each. $2 a square for these little pipes. I think we'll be alright. And seems like we are. Now, there is a little bit of planning there that I want to get rid of because it's bothering me. And there we go. So we now have capacity for 200 people. Not to say we should have 200 people, but we have capacity. And yes, there is. There is cell block E. Yeah, which is raise your prison capacity to 500. Look, I know that technically the game's not finished until I've done cell block E, but again, like, it's taken us, not 29 episodes, but call it 20. 20 episodes to get to 200. So by that same logic, it's going to take 50 episodes to get to 500. I know it's not a straight equation because I've done all the groundwork. It'll just be a matter of expanding it, but I'm not going to 500. I'm just going to put that out there straight away. Like, 200 is way more than I've ever done before, and ever, like, expected to get to. So, I'm pretty happy to just cut my losses and go for... Go for 200. Okay, it seems you actually have food here this time, which is nice. Not enough food, but food. I will say, these... Like, this here is pretty well sorted. Okay, this one clearly doesn't have enough. And I think this goes back to the workmen, so we are actually going to hire another 8 workmen. Because look, like, there's nothing in these fridges. This one, still stocked up, and it's completed way more capacity. Like, that's just not good enough. Okay, but, nevertheless, let us sort out what we're going to do here. So, we're going to do 2 in there, 2 in there. Which means we can stop locking these open. Capacity... So what do we work out? I don't remember. I guess we still kind of have to wait until the workmen are done. Yeah, I suppose we are going to have to do that. This one's going to take a while to build. Workmen have to travel, like, all the way down, plus they're busy with other shit. So it's going to take them a real long time to get down there. Is it cooks that transport food? I thought it was workmen. Huh. Okay, so that's just boxes of crap. Some large pipes and whatnot. We do have a lot of stuff here that hasn't gone through yet. And that is a problem, because we're always going to be getting more. Wait, what is that? Oh, wigs. Wigs, of course. How silly of me. While we're here, let us check out reform programs. Carpentry apprenticeship, don't need it. Don't care. We had some qualified, don't we? Probably. I didn't really check. Programming, we're scrapping it. We'll see if anyone wants to do workshop safety induction. I am going to suspect that they probably don't. Or they want to, but they don't have the time. Where were we? Carpentry. Oh, we only have 1 qualified. Fair enough. We have nearly completed the 10 superior beds, though. Wait, we're feeding prisoners? No, it's like bedtime. Yeah, okay, so no one's going to do the safety induction, as I figured. Taser certification, we'll put that in. Just because I want it to get done. Yeah, who's getting fed? Shouldn't be anybody getting fed. Except maybe the... What do you call it? It's the... What are they called? Death row inmates. See, that's sorted. Okay, so see, they're cooking away, right? They've got some out. These guys, way behind. There's only 2 cooks in that kitchen. I guess as a general rule, you should probably have, what, the same number of cooks in a kitchen as there are cookers. I do wish you could assign cooks, because, like, if we look over here, there's only 2 in here, and they're done. They're long done, right? In fact, we might even just dismantle some of these fridges. They don't need that much food over here. They're only dealing with, like, 16 people. So having that much food is ludicrous. I think we need more everything. Like, we need another shower, for sure. We definitely need at least 1 more canteen and kitchen. Yard, probably not. I mean, you can crowd like 1,000,000 people into a yard. It makes it dangerous when you come for, like, riots and stuff, but... overall, not too bad. Okay, so there might be enough food here this time. Oh, we're empty now. And there's still, say, like 20 people that haven't been fed. Yeah, I definitely suspect they're in this one. Although, no, these ones are all fed. So here's the confusion. Like, there's food here, and no one in here is grabbing food, which means they're all fed. There's food in here, no one's grabbing food. That means they're all fed. Oh, it's you guys. Okay, I definitely think we need at least 1 more kitchen purely for them. And we can probably do it up here. So I will do that. Just a small little kitchen, just like that. Like, that's perfect. All you need. It's going to have a staff door on it, obviously. It's not a very secure kitchen, as you could probably imagine. But it will probably do. The prisoners have serious complaints. Serious complaints, you say? Yeah, I mean, family. But I guess they're calling... How many visitors do we have? So you've only got 7 visitors on site, so... I don't know what they're complaining about. Like, if their family doesn't want to come and visit them, that's between them and their family. Like, that's not my problem. Bugger me. Yeah, okay. Stupid alternate time scales. What are you doing? Yeah, nothing. That's what I thought. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. So that'll be a kitchen. Cool. So that's done. We'll go kitchen. Like, once again, it doesn't have to be massive. We'll just put, say, 2 cookers in there, like, whatever this wall is, and fridges. Okay, maybe, like, that many fridges. And just a couple of sinks. And that should be fine. Because we will use this kitchen. We'll put prisoners in there. Why not? Don't, You know what, we can actually afford to max out all these jobs, probably. Obviously, it costs us more wages, which is sort of annoying. Actually, yeah, we don't need that many in laundry. We definitely don't need that many. Now, how many is that? 15? Yeah, so why don't we put 15 this one, too? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15. Cleaning cupboard, definitely max that out. We'll max out all of this stuff. Maybe not the library. Yep. Seems fine. Yep, that looks good. And then food distribution, you are going to distribute to here. So... how did I get rid of it? It's like this? Ah, okay, so I can just do that. Just do that, we do the holding cell. I think that was about it, right? When you do something like that. Is that right? Because I don't think we had any more... What do you call it? Yeah, no. That seems okay. Sure. That's all we're doing. I mean, it'll complain at me if there's, like, prisoners that aren't going to get fed or whatever. Oh, yeah, we're going to need to, you know, power this. Ooh, that's on that capacitor as well. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We might... Okay, this is going to be a hell of a diversion, but I don't think we have much choice. I think we have to run it off that. Because, like that's not gonna fly. It's probably gonna blow up my generator if I run it there. So we're gonna have this massive conduit that goes outside the walls. Well, for the moment, I guess. If we expand, it might not be outside the walls for much longer. But nevertheless, it is outside the walls. So, how's our needs? Yeah, see, there's 22 prisoners that can't do food. Is that going to be the shared capacity? The parent capacity? 16. So, give or take a little bit. you know, there's probably some people that, like, were in solitary and didn't get fed, stuff like that, yeah? But it definitely seems that most of our parents just get kind of fucked over. They just don't get fed, like, at all. Which is, as you can imagine, not good enough. So we have a capacity for 206 shared. 206 shared, 12 protected. Why don't we just fill to, like... Just fill to 200. Intake. Fill to... Oh, let's do it. 200. Maybe 206. Sounds good. So that will be the next day. In 14 hours. Nothing wrong with that. That should be fine. And when we get that 200 prisoners, then we will do an execution, and that'll be it. Then we'll be done. That'll be the proof. Boy, oh boy. Man, I have been doing maths work all day for uni, and I am very sick of maths. Maths for computing is a pain in the ass, and I hate it. It's one of those things where it's like, it's all matrices, and while I don't have a problem with matrices, I have a problem with having to physically write out matrices because they just get really massive really quickly. And it's like a really unnecessary thing to have to write them out like that, because you're basically never going to do that in any real life situation. You'd use like Excel or something to just, you know, not have to completely write it out by hand all the time. Is it just me, or does that ground look slightly different where the thing is? No, it does. It's slightly discolored. You might not be able to see it in 720p. I don't know. But I can definitely see it. It is very slightly discolored. That's cool. So you can sort of see where your power cables are. Yeah, how about you don't do that? Hey? Don't know why you did that. Now you're not gonna eat, that's for damn sure. Ugh, problem is we're gonna have food problems for a little bit. Because if they didn't eat before, they're definitely not gonna eat now. Since we don't actually have any of these cookers working up here, because we don't have power yet. That's a problem. Can we prioritize these three? If you would be so kind. Like, I really want those just done, and done now, so we can get the power running, get those cookers running, get people fed. Because as the game points out to you when you play it, like, your prisoners will put up with a lot, but not getting fed isn't one of them. Like, if you do nothing else in your prison right, feeding everyone is what you have to do right. Because your prisoners are just not at all keen on not being fed. Funny, though. Okay, so why don't we execute Collie? What's your crimes? Well, I suppose we have two of them, so let's look at their crimes. Murder for 25 years. Pled not guilty. Aggravated assault, 11 years, not guilty. Wow, yeah, you are just... wow, torture for 14 years. Wow, you are a wonderful human being, you are. Okay, you've got too much clemency. What about you? Murder, grievous bodily harm, yeah, torture, murder, armed robbery, murder. So you're not quite as bad as this one. You're still bad. Oh, and rape? I mean, look, we have to schedule an execution. Okay. We'll switch this on. Wait. No, it is there. Ah, there we go. Okay. I switched off the chair as well. What did we just get? I don't know. We're gonna take that. Which we just got. I suppose we did. And we'll take cell block E even though we won't actually do it. Because it's free money. The government's just like, you know, we have a grant if you're gonna get 500 prisoners. I'm just like, yeah, I'll do that. Give me the money. So dodgy. Alright, does that kitchen actually work in a way yet? Yeah, I suppose it is kind of going. As it does. Okay, well, we're definitely going to execute Isabella Colley. She's, you know, been convicted of rape, armed robbery, torture. Actually, hang on, let's count these up. So it'll be 1 count of murder. So 1, 2... Ooh, hang on. Oh, no, that's obviously not a thing. 2 counts of aggravated assault. 1 count of grievous bodily harm. 1 count of attempted murder. 2 counts of armed robbery. 1 count of torture. And 1 count of rape. Probably not all at the same time. Why were you guys out here? I feel like I shouldn't have to point out to you guys that this is all, you know, staff only, but apparently I do. Yeah, why would they be travelling through here, like, ever, at all? Kind of wish you could get female guards to match, like, the female prison. But I get why they didn't, like, it's not necessary, doesn't really add anything aside from aesthetics. So I'm also fine that they didn't do it. Oh, hello? Killed by a rival gang member. Oh, I'll do it. Look, we knew it was going to happen. But we just tried to, you know, mitigate it as much as we possibly could. Had to happen eventually, though. Riot underway. Riot underway where? Is it over here? I think it is. Oh, actually, we do have some female guards. My bad. Oh, no, it's over here. Look, I think calling that a riot is a bit of a stretch. Like, that was a kerfuffle at best. Did have 5 deaths, though. Seven gang members are furious. Leader being punished. That's not helping. Right, because that guy, like, shanked a dude. Right, was it the gang leader that did that? Shit. How long are you in there for? I just gotta let you out. I can't deal with you riling up your gangs. Even though, like, how do they know it's in a completely different section of the prison? Like, doesn't make much sense. Okay, so we'll activate a CI because I want to see what all these new people's thing is. Because we're going to have to put some, like, ex-law enforcement and stuff in protective custody, I think. Where are you? Wow, you do keep pointing out there's a tunnel there. I think that's true. So do we have a couple of parents that don't have cells? Man, how many do we get? Okay. So that's all fine. There's that legendary over there. So we have... Oh, okay, you're dead. Oh, yeah, you were the one on the other thing. Right. So it's just 1, 2, 3 by looks. So we get you, we say protective custody. We get You, we say, protective custody. And there was one other one here. There you are. Protective custody. And we can send away the CI, right? Deactivate. Thank you for your service. You've been a good lad. Away you go. Alright, well, we have our new prisoners, so just to, like, for the record, we have 201 prisoners in our prison at the moment. And now we are going to schedule the execution of Collie. So, we have to initiate a prison-wide lockdown, which we will authorize shortly. We will do a test of the facility. Works fine. We will do the prison-wide lockdown. Boom. That one might take a while because we got a few in here that need to be moved. And it's going to make everyone grumpy, but tough titties, this is what's happening. As my usual answer to that is, tough titties. Good expression. Great expression. 95, 96. Completed, there we go. Assemble the execution detail. Which means we're going to need, what, some extra guards there, I believe? Or are we waiting for... Oh yeah, like the witness and stuff. Yeah. Is it going up by a percentage depending on how far away he is? Yeah, I think he is. I think it is. That's actually quite cool, the way it's doing that. Okay, so detail. Present accounted for. Escort the witness to the facility. Oh, sorry, witnesses to the facility. So, you know, the victim's family and stuff. And whatnot. So now we just have to sit here and wait until these slow-ass civilians survive. I've never done one of these before. This is quite interesting. I like that they've, like, paused the whole prison for you to do this. They haven't actually paused it, but, like, you can't do anything else. Like, I can't build shit. You know, the execution is the main thing. Escort prisoner to facility. Oh, so it only goes on... Ah, it only lets you double speed at max. They've done a good job of making this, like, whole thing a really solemn affair. Like, the music... Just the whole idea of it. Alright, there we go. And then, execution. With everyone in place and all procedures followed, the final authorization for the execution is given. That's it. Dismiss staff and witnesses. There we go. So they can all leave. And final report. The mandatory... Oh, there you go. An achievement. Oh, wow, don't put me in the dark. Really? Oh, Green Mile. Calm down, devs. Ouch. The mandatory execution of Isabella Colley was carried out at 15:09 as scheduled by electric chair in the presence of witnesses. The standard compensation of $10,000 is awarded to the institution for their part in this process. So that's it. Ripperoni, Colley, you were not a nice person. Not at all. And now you are Deadzo and Donzo. Wow, they keep pointing out that there is one there. Maybe there is actually one there. I'm going to check all these toilets. I'm actually going to dismantle a couple of them. This will be the last thing we do before we call it. There you go. What an ambitious escape plan. That's a long-winded way to get out. That's... You know what? I ain't even mad. These prisoners have really surprised me with every escape attempt. Like, they haven't done anything in halves. Good lord, that is a really long way to try and escape. Crazy. Anyway, guys, we are going to leave probably this whole game here. I'll still play it in my spare time, obviously, but I don't think there's anything more we can really achieve, aside from, like, the 500 prisoners, but look, it's not going to happen. It's going to take too long, it's going to fall apart. If I happen to get to 500 prisoners in my spare time, I might put up a video and show you around my prison, but otherwise, this will be it for Prison Architect. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me for this Let's Play. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me, the Aussie Nerd, make sure you subscribe to my channels and, you know, check out my other videos. There's a lot there, a lot of games running at the moment. If you know any friends that might enjoy my content, make sure you share a video or two with them. I really appreciate it. And finally, if you want to leave any hints, tips, tricks, feedback for the videos, feedback for Prison Architect, or you just want to say hi, make sure you do so in the comments section down below so that I can see it. Now, I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Goodbye.